Good morning. You are tuned into News Center 17.95431 CKC.
Today we have breaking news on the Syrian civil war.
First, we would like to bring to your attention that within the last 48 hours we have breaking news.
U.S. officials on Tuesday confirmed that American Douglas McCain, 33, was killed in Syria fighting for the Islamic State, which aims to establish a Muslim caliphate in the Middle East. This means trying to convert the entire middle class to Muslim. He was fighting alongside of ISIS.
As you may or may not know, it has been declared that Syria is in a civil war, with protests against President Bashar's government in March 2011.
The war began in Syria by June of 2013. The Syrian government had taken control of approximately 30 to 40% of the country's territory and 60% of the Syrian population in July of 2014, and is continually spreading into surrounding countries.
As Bashar al-Assad begins a third 7-year term in Syria, the suffering continues to go on as the Syrians try to recover from destruction. The situation as it stands is horrible. Syria has been reduced to a pile of rubble. The Syrian army has formed and fights against the military that was supposed to be the people. Syrians have been kidnapped, imprisoned, gassed, shot, raped, killed, and tortured. They have lost their home, their lives, and their loved ones, and they dare to dream of democratic Syria.
The death toll is over 100,000 and still growing. The United Nations have stopped recording the toll because it's continually growing and overwhelming.
The war in Syria is getting less and less media attention. As things in the Middle East heat up, whether it's covered on Fox or CNN, the problem is still very real.
On the other end, we have a video call set up with a local in Syria.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt here, reporting with the Syrian war conflict. Things are crazy. Let me tell you. They're getting nuts. There's nukes on the left, bombs on the right. It is crazy. Now we're here with her.
Now let's take a closer look into the extremist group ISIS.
The terrorist group of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, which is extremely quickening in size and is taking over large parts of Syria and Iraq. Was born out of the Sunni terrorist group and organization Al-Qaeda. It commands a large area of Syria and Iraq. The best way for me to describe this group is a world terrorist.
The group has rapidly grown in size, about 5,000, maybe upward of 140 Americans joining, and up to 50 countries involved in the group.
This is scary because who knows what people may do. Many times the people that travel to Syria end up burning their passports.
ISIS is a growing threat to the United States. As many as 500 are Canadian. Horrific videos have been distributed from the ISIS social media accounts showing its fighters tormenting and torturing, executing many numbers of prisoners.
The refugee camp in the Turkish city of Kilis has been called a 5-star hotel. Residents have access to electricity, playgrounds, and schools. They receive money for food and satellite dishes that adorn many of the housing units. Crime is low and gratitude is high. Indeed, the approximately 14,000 people living there, the Turkish government has built.
Behind the facts, we are left to decide whether this
We will continue after this commercial break.